Welcome to the Josh and Blake Late Night Show.
With your hosts, Josh and Blake.
Alright, welcome back everybody to... Okay, welcome back everybody to the Josh and Blake Late Night Show. This is episode 2.5, the special secret super duper bonus episode.
Boner episode.
Episode.
Oh,
and
wow.
what's this? Who is this again?
Oh,
Who's
Our
this?
old mate. Great.
look,
Our old mate, Gabe.
I'm not happy about
Hello.
No, neither of us are
it, but
happy
he's
about
back.
it. He went to
By,
the gym.
by unpopular demand.
Yeah, where there was no 10 angry reacts on the
I
thing.
don't really think I made it very clear in the last
No,
podcast.
see, you were the only
be
one
honest. I
that
was
angry
getting-
reacted to that post. It was so funny because I was like, oh look, there's Gabe,
Yeah.
angry reacting to his own. Great.
I was hoping more people would jump on the bandwagon. Bandwagon.
The bag wagon.
The bagwagon.
Josh is just eating his yogurt.
Yeah, I realise this is a poor choice.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be
Dairy's-
really hard for me to throw banter.
Dairy's bad for your voice, man.
It's
Also,
bad-
I've had a
it's bad for
muesli
your
bar.
glutes as well.
In you know the muesli bar joke from the last episode.
You know what's-
he gave me one, so that's resolved.
Okay, let's get right into it.
That's wonderful.
Cardinal Pell. He's a great man.
But he's bad for your voice.
He is.
He's like dairy.
He's also bad for your kids.
He comes
Just keep
on
that
them.
in mind.
He comes on your kids. Like, directly on your kid.
Great, Josh. That's
Yeah.
lovely.
If you've got a kid, just you watch out.
Well, like, I would, yeah.
Look,
I'd
honestly,
definitely stay away from him.
a lot of stuff has been said about Cardinal Kell.
Cardinal Kell.
But
Cardinal Pell.
in honesty, I would still hire him as a babysitter.
I don't think you would.
I think I would.
I think
if
you
I had
started with the
kids.
joke and then you're just like, fuck, I gotta say something. And
Okay,
then it's
so-
turned out bad.
I think-
Let's just... Alright, so the purpose of this episode was basically because Gabe wants a platform...
I do not, okay?
No,
They
okay.
asked me.
No, fuck off.
Yeah, okay.
The purpose of this episode... So
basically,
what are we
I'm
wanting to
here.
talk about? We're wanting to talk about the... Okay, so major issue in Australian society...
Wait, hold up. Go.
The news. So a major issue in Australian
This is a squeak fest.
in Australian society at the moment is of course the
It's
plebiscites.
Is it? Was it?
it's the ban on party poppers that's been lifted.
Has that been lifted?
Yeah, it's been
Oh, fuck.
lifted.
What
Nice.
was party poppers? Like the
Yeah.
ones with strings that you go. Pew.
No, party poppers. I mean pingers.
Because what they party panners, the ban's been lifted. No, party poppers, they were illegal.
I mean
because...
fireworks.
No.
No,
Party poppers.
firecrackers.
They take them to parties and put tiny bits of rocks in them, okay? And then pop them in people's faces. And then
No,
blind
you know
them.
you can't take a party popper onto an aeroplane.
Really?
Yeah, because
You also can't do it in a theatre.
no, it's because airplanes.
That's you can't yell fire in a theatre. My bad.
Yeah, in a crowded theater. If it's not crowded, it's okay.
Yeah.
You can't yell fire in a crowded theatre.
No, because you might kill people.
Why?
Really
Just
loud
think-
voice.
Yeah, really loud.
Yeah.
Fire! It's dead! Fuck! Don't yell fire!
Look at the wave. Okay. Yeah, the sound wave just.
That's
peaked
gonna be
there.
funny.
Okay.
Yeah. All you people listening with headphones, you're gonna hate me.
It's like when you get
One of
tagged
those-
in like
yeah,
a.
those prank videos. You
Yeah.
click on it and it's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
clever.
That was a good demonstration.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, but you can't yell fire in a crowded theatre.
Great. So a major
Borders are
issue.
rampage.
A major issue.
Freedom of speech.
Now here's my thing. Okay, so a major issue in Australia at the moment is obviously the plebiscite.
The plebiscite.
For same-sex marriage. A lot of people are talking about it.
Hashtag sin.
A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people have their own opinions on it, and
The Christians
the three of us
and the religious.
the three of us are very political. Gabe is very edgy with his politics,
I am.
and in I'm just gonna say apologize to all those people that may be offended.
Okay, hold up.
Gabe used to be an Adam and Eve man, but now
I
he's an
am.
Adam and Steve.
Adam and Steve. I am. I'm with the bums.
Yeah. One day he walked in when Josh and I were in the shower, separately in different showers, and he was like,
I walked into 2 showers at the same time.
"Yeah,
That's the kind of guy
This
I
is
am.
a really well set
Gabe
up.
Whiten,
like-
the man who walks into different showers at the same time. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's a really good superpower, man.
Thank you.
What would be the superpower you'd want if you could have a superpower?
mine is actually legitimately teleportation."
Why?
Because
It has to have a negative effect. Like, you
no,
have to...
No,
it does.
Fuck that.
Okay.
I'll just be like,
No,
I
but
want to
literally-
be in London. Bump. I want to
Okay.
be in Coles. Bump. I want to be in your room.
You'd be so fat. Like, you
Why?
wouldn't... You just gain so much... You wouldn't do anything. You'd be in bed and it's like, boop, shower, boop, work, boop, bed. Okay? You just spend your day doing boops.
You'd
No,
be like
okay.
one of the people from Wall-E,
Okay.
except you could teleport.
As much as a fucked show it is, and I know Josh doesn't really agree, but 13 Reasons Why, shit show. But on the show, the main character was just like...
13 Reasons Why
for,
is a very shit show.
It's a pretty good show.
No,
No,
it's not. It's
Josh,
a
it's not,
fucking
okay?
terrible
Okay,
show.
no, here's the thing.
Okay. No, but I don't want to talk about that. I just want
I want to talk about it.
to... Okay.
Okay, so I watched the first episode of 13 Reasons Why for the first
Wow.
time. No, listen to me.
Wait, actually...
Good on you.
No.
this
You
is
definitely got the
this is
entire
my-
context.
okay, no,
Can I please just say
That's the
that? No, you
context.
can go straight back to this, but can we hashtag all the major issues and put them on the top of
Of
like
the title.
of
in
the title?
in
That
the
way people,
description.
yeah.
We can...
Do you reckon that's a pretty
Yeah,
good
that's
idea?
a pretty good idea.
Okay, now go.
Sweet, thanks. It's a really good idea. So, okay, so I've seen this. That's the context. Okay, so the context is I've only seen the first episode.
Yeah.
Right? So
I didn't, and I still think
Outside
it's a piece of.
outside of what it is and all the speculation or the talk around it. Okay, the major issue for me is it's advertised as a teen drama. It's the tropes in it are identical to any other teen drama that you will watch, and yet it's talking about the suicide of a young girl.
That is a good analysis.
That's a very, very serious issue, and what they've done is they've made it into some sort of it's a teen drama.
So
And immediately they've set her up. This is my problem. They've set her up, and I'm not stereotyping either, but I'm trying not to. But they've set her up as a witty.
She's so hot.
Okay, thank you.
she's babing.
They've set her up
If
as
you hear this podcast, whatever actor you are, you're an Australian actor. I know that much. Hit me up.
she.
One day we will be famous enough to meet you.
Yeah.
She was set up.
Or
as
you to us.
Okay, thanks.
Keep going, Blake.
She was set up as a witty and intelligent character who was, emotionally available and all that stuff. Yeah, she was set up as shy and had a bad taste in guys. But the other main character was set up as a witty, emotionally intelligent character. And the very fact that she never felt comfortable enough to talk to him about any of the shit that's going on, it's just, to me, just totally unbelievable.
No, that's very true.
And even from the opening shot of like, oh, here's her locker, with all these post-it notes and shit all over it. One of them literally says, I miss my Snapchat friend. Now, like, I understand that they're trying to, like, approach the young'uns, trying to get them on board with their shit. But,
Let's do a reference to Twitter.
Oh, what's a good reference for the children of the 21st
No.
century?
Oh, no, but, like-
Snapchat,
Oh yeah, I think
put it on a
America
post-it
might
note.
legitimately be like that.
Yeah, probably. No, I don't think it is. But
I
the funny
refuse to
thing is,
believe.
13 Reasons Why
It's
is...
a terrible representation of young people.
It's based off the book.
Yeah, okay.
13 Reasons Why. But in the book,
Yeah.
Hannah Baker doesn't even kill herself. And I haven't read the book, obviously, and I'm sure a lot of people haven't either who've watched the show. But I reckon because the book was obviously so successful, they wanted to turn it into a TV show.
Yeah.
Maybe the book has a completely different twist on it.
And this is the thing. I haven't read the book also, so I think that's an important thing that a lot of people miss when they're doing criticism on this TV show, that they haven't, like, the book would add extra context to it. And the thing is, it was directed, the problem for me was that the TV show was directed
Martin
by
Scorsese.
Tom McCarthy,
Ah.
who
Who
directed...
did Transformers?
Tom McCarthy did Spotlight, which was a fantastic
Right.
film.
Did
which,
he?
Yeah, which honestly and it was dramatic, but it wasn't over the top. Told the story of an important issue.
He's going
without
to
making-
identify this as like the low point in his life.
Yeah, like in 20 years' time, he's going to look back and be like,
Like,
fuck,
Can't believe
why
I did
did I
that fucking
direct
TV show.
13 Reasons Why?
Yeah.
My major problem with this... Look, I don't give a shit.
I give a shit.
Okay.
I
no.
think if you like it, then you're fucked. Actually, no, that's not true.
Look,
okay,
I
you've
d-
just got a
my
bad
major
informed
issue,
opinion.
My major issue is with this show. I don't care about shitty shows. I don't get angry when bad shows are made. I'm just saying that the topic of it needed to be approached differently. and it shouldn't have been advertised the way it was. That's a Netflix problem.
I finished my bowl of muesli.
Yeah, we
and
all
yogurt.
heard it. Listen, this is all people are hearing in this podcast.
Now that you fucking banged it on them.
Yeah.
I would have actually really liked a bowl of muesli.
No, that's okay, man.
You, like,
I had a music bowl.
sometimes.
What do you have?
Yeah, what did I have? I had a banana that Eli graciously
Did
gave
Eli
me.
give you a banana?
Yes, he did.
I'll give you my banana.
Eli's Josh's
Oh,
housemate,
Up your
everybody.
butt.
Up my bottom. Oh, no, we can't because of the bloody laws and the Christians.
The Lord.
The Lord. That's it. We can't because of the Lord.
Alright, we've talked about 13 Reasons Why.
Okay,
Josh
boom.
doesn't get a say.
He doesn't,
He can
'cause
be the
he's
oppressed
wrong.
one this time.
Anyway, okay.
Do you want to say?
Yes.
No, can I actually ask you a question? And it won't be like bias
Alright.
or anything. But why do you think...
Gays should marry.
No.
Sorry.
No, with 13 Reasons Why, though. But, like, honestly, why do you think that it was, like, a good representation of how suicide should be, like, go about? Like, because
Have
it
you
was
ever killed
shocking.
yourself? No, didn't
Yeah.
think so.
No, but, like, legit, though. It
Did
made...
you watch every episode?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
In a non-depressing way, I wanted to kill myself at the end of that show. Like,
In a
it was
non-depressive
horrible.
way.
Yeah. It was like, I
I
hate
was
this so much, I gotta
like,
get
not
out of
gonna
it.
lie.
You're a little bitch. You probably cried at the
No,
end.
we need to have a plebiscite for whether 13 Reasons Why should allow gays to marry.
A postal survey.
Yeah. But anyway,
Wait, hold up.
look,
Why can't we just do the plebiscite online? Why can't there just be a button to click yes
Okay,
or no?
good segue.
Why can't the
Good
Parliament just put it in?
Okay, so
look,
no, the problem is-
here's the thing I want to say.
Alright,
right?
go. You go.
13 Reasons Why. For the 4 days after I finished watching it, I legitimately felt like different. Like, literally, after binging that show, it was like my life was just... It was like, fuck me, that was so sad. I cannot just not think about how sad that was.
I didn't think
I
it was
don't
sad.
What were you sad,
The
were you
main
sad
thing-
about the
Yeah.
13 hours you wasted?
Yeah, but were
No,
you sad
I
about
thought it
the
was a
fact
really
that,
well-done
that
show.
kids around the world will probably... No,
Like,
no, but
12
legitimately...
I can't believe-
I was sad about
12-year-olds will
this.
get on Netflix
Yeah,
and be
honestly.
like, oh, teen drama.
Teen drama, they'll watch this and they'll be like, okay, that's what suicide is.
No,
Yeah.
I can't believe
That's
how
the sad thing.
Blame it on my
emotionally
friends.
invested I was in it, right?
Yeah, okay. That's a good
Teens will get on and they'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe so much bad shit happened that a person wanted to commit suicide.
Yeah.
They won't be like, wow, I'm going to follow in Hannah Baker's
Well,
footsteps.
you don't
Because it
know
shows
that.
Yeah.
all of the fucking negatives in the show. The entire show is based around the negatives of Hannah making that choice.
Okay, here's my thing. First episode, right? Like I said, all I've seen. There was a scene where she was talking into the microphone and she was like, oh, that's just the kind of person I am. Lol, I mean, I was, because I'm dead now. I was like, shut up, you bitch. Like, it was terrible.
Kill yourself!
Kill yourself! It was terrible, because I was like, great, so she's acknowledging, like, she's somehow...
Fuck me, you
Used
swipe
it.
left very quickly.
I'm just talking on
application are you
I'm just
on?
talking in the podcast, boys. Keep talking like I'm interested. Keep going.
For anyone who didn't get that joke.
Really? Are you just doing that?
No.
No, I won't say which app that that Gabe is
That
on.
Blake's on.
So Gabe is just swiping left aggressively on Tinder. It's ridiculous.
No, careful, he might want you to bleep it.
Okay.
You might believe him.
I'm gonna bleep.
Did
no.
you just run out of likes and
No.
just went through?
I didn't. I just stopped because I was.
You can run out of
this is a
likes.
good
Can you
segue.
buy more likes?
Yeah.
You bleeped
Wow.
that. You bleeped that bit now.
No way.
I hate you.
Okay.
Anyway, no. Back to let's talk. So we've had a bit of a bitch about 13 Reasons Why.
I didn't.
Okay.
I barely got my say. That's okay.
That's fine.
It's alright, Josh.
Well, no, but really quickly,
Some
fun
people
fact.
never get their say.
Really quick fun fact.
Like
so,
Hannah
People who have
Baker.
had their cons,
yeah.
Cuns.
their tongue.
Actually, hold up. Hannah Baker did get a say.
Yeah,
okay?
she had
put in
30
a fucking tape.
tapes
yeah.
about it.
Okay. I just want to mention about the show one more thing. It has been like literally though, as much as people,
Josh just hit me in the face.
as
Was
much
that
as
your eye?
Yeah.
many
Sorry.
people like
Sorry.
to love the show, the two main actors, I've watched them go on a fair few talk shows. Like it was
Yeah.
on Jimmy Fallon,
Yeah.
and like the
Jimmy
one I
Fallon.
watched was Jimmy Fallon and Ellen as well.
Oh, yeah.
But both of them brought up the point. They
not
didn't
the gay
criticize.
one.
No, but they didn't criticize the show, but they brought up the fact of does it actually highlight the does it romanticize suicide? And I think that's a pretty good point to.
Yeah,
to
but
look
then the
at.
absolutely
actors would have
does.
been like, here's my reasons why it didn't.
I don't.
But
have
you just
13
don't
of
like
them.
mentioning.
Yeah, I've got 13 of them, and
No.
they're shit.
But you don't like mentioning those reasons.
What are the reasons, Josh?
Yeah.
Bring them up.
What are the reasons?
I don't know. Watch the actors.
No,
No, they would have had good answers to those questions. Here's my reason why
No,
it
the
doesn't
answers-
romanticize it is because it graphically shows it.
No.
No one would
doesn't.
see that.
It
No one would
doesn't.
see that and be like, "Wow, I really want to do
So
that."
you're saying if it didn't have that suicide scene in the show at all, you would have hated it. No, sorry. It would have been completely romanticized.
No, it wasn't romanticized.
You know the Asian basketball player who's fucking 17? He's like 26 as an actor.
Oh yeah, that guy.
If you want to have
Here's my thing. They were all actually 25.
Yeah.
Like the whole time.
Except for Hannah,
How
like
old was
21.
like 19.
It's like
20.
yeah,
Okay,
no.
no.
It's like her name's
Right,
not Hannah.
the
but
whole
yeah.
time they're like, I'm just like.
I can't wait to go to college
But-
and have friends.
But they're like,
I'm gonna go
what's his
into.
face was like a sophomore, which is like year 10.
Oh yeah.
Like, shut up! That's not what a year 10
yeah,
looks
like
like.
legit though. If you want to make a realistic show and highlight
This
the,
is my
the
major
fact of
issue.
suicide,
If any kind of like producer are listening to this and think, you know what, I want to make a show about young people and talk about real issues, please don't use people who are not young people. Who
or
are
like
they're
if,
young
if
people.
you do, you just need to make it realistic to
Yeah.
make.
If you're going to make a show with 25-year-old actors, put it in a 25-year-old
I
context.
think the main reason is because young people aren't fully trained actors and people aren't.
Oh
gonna-
no!
that's-
Okay.
People aren't
honestly
gonna
think-
really
I honestly
want to
think that-
watch.
I
Watch
honestly think
Game of
that's-
Thrones.
I honestly think that's bullshit.
Miss
I think that's a
Mormont.
cop-out.
Okay, she's a great actor. She's like 10 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
I
No,
honestly
she's
think,
actually awesome.
I honestly think that's a cop-out. People
It
Okay,
is.
maybe it is. I was just trying to provide the opposite view.
Yeah, because you
Are
know
you
you're
devil?
okay.
Advocate.
Okay, we're back,
Yes.
and we're talking about
Here's
the
something we
plebiscite
all
now.
agree on. So Josh doesn't have to feel.
Like he needs to come up with shit arguments.
Yeah, when you were arguing just before, I was like, I need to come up with some shit arguments
Okay, I know.
right now so I can lose this
So
argument.
I was talking to a friend today, after work, who is
So
gay.
that's the news. Gabe has friends.
I know, it's crazy. Anyway, he's gay and he's actually engaged and he's going to be having a civil
Engaged.
union, unfortunately, because he can't get married. Okay.
Engaged.
And he
Serious.
knows a lot about politics.
Yeah.
He's a very smart man, and he was talking to me basically that the plebiscite is not going to go through because it has to go to High Court. And in a nutshell, the High Court's going to say, if you want to do this plebiscite, where are you going to get $122 million from?
And the other big
They're going to
concern,
find it in the nutshell. Anyway, keep going.
the other big concern with it is like, and that the reason why High Court may not pass it is because it may not.
And
even
and
be,
I hope, and we all hope they don't.
Yeah. That's kind of The three of us hope that there is no plebiscite for gay marriage, and we will discuss that soon.
But go on, Blake.
So the other reason why they're talking about it being unconstitutional is because it's actually not done by the Australian Electoral Commission. It's done by the Bureau of Statistics. So
Why didn't we, when we did the fucking sheet where you fill shit out? Okay.
the
The census.
The census.
Yeah, because
why wasn't it on the census?
Okay, because the fucking sheet that we filled shit out, it was online and it crashed, and like
but like
yeah. A tenth of Australia didn't even do it.
Oh really? That's
Yeah,
funny.
because and the same company, the Australian Bureau of Statistics is in charge of doing.
And they
this
sold
census.
our information to China. Woo!
Yep.
Yeah.
So like, and that's the thing. The like, how can you have some sort of like, it's literally a survey. Like it's just asking people a question to tell them what they already know. Like back when it was like a compulsory vote, it had some element of like legalism to it, or like, oh yeah, politics. But literally now that it's a survey, not even run by the Australian Electoral Commission, not even compulsory, it's just, and it's by post. It's the same as being like Woolworths sending you a fucking everyday rewards thing, being like, are you satisfied with your service? And sending
Everyday
that back.
rewards. I love the everyday rewards card. Now, look, my thing about the plebiscite, I disagree with having a plebiscite. I think they should have just passed the fucking law. But my main... No. Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Another bleep.
Another bleep.
and we're back. So I just... Fuck you, Gabe. But yeah, I don't think there should be a plebiscite. They should just pass the law. However, I think that at the moment, it's honestly it seems to be a really good issue to get young people involved in politics, because so many people just tune out and don't even pay attention to politics. And it's a really important thing to pay attention to, because it's literally what's happening with your country where you live. If people were passing laws that, like, you know, took away rights from young people, then they'd be interested in politics.
Wait, but another thing though, like I was thinking about this as well. Like if we were to go to a plebiscite, shouldn't younger, like people, even 15, 16-year-olds have the right to a say, because they're really the ones who are affected the most right now with the issue.
You could argue that for any issue. You could argue that for.
But I disagree because we talk about, I don't fucking know, like building a big highway and it's going to cost $50 million. Okay.
Yeah.
Young people, like, they wouldn't give a shit about it. But if you're a 15-year-old lesbian and you feel like that the environment that you're living in is really terrible and you want it to change and you want to have that voice, I think you should be allowed to. Compared to just wanting,
here's
like...
the thing. The idea of our parliament is that these people that everyone elects, that the over 18-year-olds elect to represent them, can represent the young people of the future. You know what? Like, you two can vote, and you two will be voting in the upcoming plebiscite.
But if it happens, which by the way, from what I've learned, it's not going to happen.
I honestly think it will. So we disagree.
It probably will happen.
I don't think it will.
So, you two are able to vote. I'm not 18 yet, so I don't have the say. And like, you look at the three of us, and you can tell that we're equally informed and whatever the fuck. So you wouldn't, you would argue that
you're actually a lot more informed than most 18-year-olds.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I think you're
This is the segue to the Josh and Blake kissy scene.
I was going to,
Blake, I've known you for so long. I'll stop it. I don't know. I thought that was your name.
No, and you're not going to mention that.
Okay.
I'm not giving away personal info.
Fair enough.
Fuck you.
Okay.
So
we're back.
And we're back. So I'd like to bring up though, like I feel like we've all just said, we agree with same-sex marriage being legalized, right? But the fact of the matter is, it still seems to be an argument. There's still people very opposed to it. Yeah. And I had one of those today.
Hello, Christians. I'm so glad you joined us.
But it's just kind of like, how do you explain why it should be legalized to people who are just so set on it not being? Because they're one of the main arguments I hear is just like, it's just, you got to have distinctions. It's got to be like, we're different from them, right? This is they can have their thing, they can have a civil union, and we can have our thing. But there needs to be a distinction because marriage is between a man and a woman.
I think, he's never really been my favourite politician, but there's a speech that Bill Shorten made to Parliament.
That was pretty good.
He's never been my favourite, but he's pretty good. And
he's no Pauline.
So he made it to a basically empty Liberal cabinet. Did you see how empty it was?
I saw there was like
no one
zero.
there. But it was probably one of the best parliamentary speeches I've seen in a long time. It made me quite emotional.
Very similar to Gillard's.
Did you hear it?
Yeah. I watched it.
I will not be lectured by misogyny by this man.
So
the
Gillard one was really good. Yeah.
Love that speech.
Are you guys being real?
Yeah, have you seen the speech?
I just think her voice is funny. I've seen the speech, but her voice is funny. Is my
but she shuts down Abbott. This is like in 2013, but it's a great speech.
Anyway, so and Bill Shorten was talking about how Malcolm Turnbull supports gay marriage, but because he is letting this plebiscite go ahead, Bill was going on about how he holds him personally responsible for all the hate that will come out. Which I mean is rough, but it's kind of true in a way. I mean, if you're letting that kind of thing happen,
I just don't get how you can put $122 million. Think of how that could be spent better.
Like, you could get at least a lot of things done.
Yeah. So hang on. So
let's give $1 million. Okay. You know what? Let's give $1 million to. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work at all.
Think about how much the late night Josh and Blake show could benefit from $122 million of funding.
Podcast correct.
I could remember the name of this podcast. I could remember the name of this, but many a year.
Well, this is the 4th episode, so
it's episode 2.5.
It's 2.5.
You don't actually count.
This
is
the 4th
sitting. No, it's kind of like when sitting of Parliament. It's kind of like when what's its face, when Apple releases their new phone, and then they release the phone 6S or 7S. Yeah. Gabe is the S.
Yes.
That no one gives a shit about.
Hold up. Sometimes the S is like awesome and everyone talks about it.
Yeah, but Gabe,
they'll talk about it for ages.
This S got much less views
So
and
this
much
is-
less
Wow.
likes than the first
So
take.
this is episode 2S.
Fine.
Yeah.
Well, you
No,
know what?
I think that's literally because Blank posted on the page and not his private
That's true.
profile.
That's a
here
good
we
point.
go.
So I do think Gabe.
We're on iTunes.
Okay, well, how about
Subscribe.
we'll do this. We'll do this. If you like it, hit the like button or any other like emojis and whatnot there. Leave a comment as well.
Oh, here's some
And,
audience participation.
Yeah, leave
If
a
you
comment.
want to see
Participation.
Gabe, if you want to hear Gabe again, leave a comment saying
I want to hear Gabe again.
I want to hear Gabe again.
Okay, will do.
And also, if you support a yes vote in the plebiscite, then
Vote yes.
vote
on the
yes
plebiscite.
on the plebiscite.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I actually talk? I just wanna.
Enroll to vote.
So
Enroll
I
to vote.
I wanna.
Please, everybody
Anyone
enroll to
listening. I don't know how many listeners this will get, but for any Christians listening who are confused, like, and I was a Christian for a lot of
18
my life.
years.
For 18
This
years.
is this is true, by the way.
Yeah,
this
we were
is
not
true.
even
This
bullshitting.
is not
Yeah.
us taking the piss out of anyone.
Yeah, no,
This
but
is
like
Gabe
legit,
being-
if you genuinely like believe in something, okay, don't go for what you're being told. Go for your gut feeling, because I think a lot of people, and especially Christians nowadays, just are very confused of the issue, and they like to like twiddle around with it and like not talk about it, especially young Christians. And this is coming from someone like
twiddle
I said
around with it,
before.
like
Yeah,
they do the
twiddle around with
boys
it.
in the
That's
pulpit.
that's the Catholics,
sorry.
like. Yeah, no, but I was a Christian for a lot of my life, and now not anymore. And I'm not, of course, judging anyone who is, because I've met a lot of amazing people who are. But like I said, go with your gut feeling, because if you're going with what someone told you to do, it's a fucking dumb idea.
And
That's
a bit
all I
of
gotta
So
say.
that's why you should definitely vote yes.
Yeah, pretty
Wait.
much. I'm basically saying that if you don't, you're a bad person,
and
which you are.
a bit of advice for anyone out there.
This is a bit of
Any-
advice.
Yeah, a bit of advice session for any Christians out there. Read the whole Bible. That's all I have to say.
Entire massive book.
From page 1 to page whatever, the entire thing.
Forget your life. Just read that.
Because if you're going to put your entire belief in your entire life into one set of beliefs, you should know the whole thing.
Yeah, okay, well, we can't talk about that because it's like, we'll all get triggered and we'll take forever to talk.
Yeah, true.
Um,
But my main thing in that is like, vote yes in the plebiscite.
Vote yes, but it's probably not going to happen. And I've actually got my money that it's not going to happen. So, yay. Yay.
Cool. That's that. I reckon. Yeah, we pretty much covered what we wanted to say.
Well,
Actually,
okay,
no.
now
Actually,
a
no.
new-
There's another thing.
new
Sorry.
topic.
One more thing. Tony Abbott came out, right, and said
as
that.
Really?
being gay.
Yeah,
Did
he came out and he's like,
You'd think
I
that he
like
wouldn't.
dick. Yeah,
I
no,
like dick.
No, Tony Abbott came out and he was like, what do the neighbors think? When I'm yelling, I like dick.
They're going, oh, mister, he's a very good boy.
That's a bit racist.
I wasn't racist. There could be Indian neighbours. I was just, wow. You know who's being racist here? You, Josh, okay? You think just because we're living in a small apartment block near a small junior university in a cheap suburban area that they're going to be Indian. You big...
Okay, so Tony Abbott came out and said that the plebiscite is a vote on freedom of speech, is a vote on freedom of religion.
He's such a dumb... He is. He
It's-
seriously is.
That's the stupidest thing
Such
I've
a
ever heard.
fuckhead.
That's him saying. That's literally him putting this. He's literally putting it in the box that a lot of Christians don't want it to be in, which is the box of the Christians versus everyone else. You know, like a lot.
Which
I know-
they'd still lose.
Which...
Yeah, the Muslims because they're taken over.
They're taken over.
Taken over.
Taken over.
Oh.
Taken.
I wonder if he'll be listening.
He won't.
And we're
Marijuana.
back.
3, 2, 1, we're back.
And we're back.
Hang on, what were you saying, Josh?
I'm Bach, the famous German composer.
Yeah, someone was...
Ba, 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 da, da.
No.
Ba, 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 da, da. Da, 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 da. I don't think that was Bach.
So, Gabe, why
I
did
don't
you
know.
want to be back in this podcast?
Well, I've
Yeah.
been quite eager to get my voice heard.
Do you have a podcast-sized hole in your heart still?
I do. It's podcast size and ready to roll.
Gabe, I'll put this to you.
Go.
If you can if the audience wants you back enough, if you can get 50 likes on the if 50.
Look,
if
to be honest, I don't care what you audience bitches want. Okay, I'm very likely going to be back on this thing. I'm basically a host.
Yeah.
Okay?
If you want to be,
I'm basically a host, but I just don't get a name in it.
Gabe is a whingy little shit.
Shut
So
up.
he'll sit there and be like, please.
Look, I'm not going to deny it.
I just
Look,
wanna,
all I'm saying-
No, guys, can I just... Please, can I...
all I'm saying
We haven't
is
got a Boyos podcast yet,
That's
so I
pretty-
just
that's
want
pretty
to...
if
much
you
it.
get a heap of likes on a comment, like over 50 likes on a comment, you leave saying, like this if you want me back in the podcast.
Yeah, you should do that.
Then we'll put you in
should
every
be-
episode.
Shut.
No,
If you
oh,
can get 50 likes.
Okay.
That's a little bit...
No, it's been said by one of the
No,
hosts.
that's a little bit...
It's been said by one of the
fucking hell.
hosts. Okay,
No,
get
we're not
ready.
changing the title of the podcast.
I don't mind, but I'm still going to be in every episode now.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus.
If you can get 50 likes on a comment saying,
yeah.
like this comment
Righto,
if you want
we'll
me in every
consider it.
episode.
It'll be...
It's already been said.
it'll
No,
be
I
like
just don't think it's
it'll
possible.
Be like a postal survey. We'll take it in.
Yeah.
We'll accept the vote, and we'll consider it.
Actually,
We'll
no,
vote
can we
on.
change that?
Yeah.
It has to be on the actual post itself because I don't want the comment
no,
getting
no,
way
no,
more
no,
likes.
no.
No, it won't, actually.
No,
I
so
think it
just on the actual post, you got to comment 50 likes to get me back.
no, how about I just
get
comment
me on
whatever.
forever.
I comment whatever,
Yeah.
okay?
won't. And you think people will listen this far? And
Yeah.
know what
No,
we're
no,
talking
hold on.
People
about?
are going to go 31 minutes and be
I'll
like,
comment,
fuck yeah.
okay.
I
I'll
like
comment
that.
whatever, and I need to get over 50 comments and
50
this-
likes.
50 likes, and if I do, I'll be a permanent host, which I probably won't accept, but I'm gonna do the challenge anyway because I've got better fucking things to do.
Yeah, like learn how to read.
No. You know what? I am, okay?
Yes.
I am
Ah.
still trying to learn how to read, Josh. I've got troubles. Worst part about my job is when people ask me to spell shit. Okay.
Oh. How do you spell...
I'm gonna cut that
Oh,
out.
yeah, we're going to cut that.
Okay.
How do you spell Woolworths? Because that's where you work.
Okay. I don't know. Woolworths.
Gabe, before we end this
WOOLWORTH.
would you like to?
Woolworths.
Would
With
you
an
like?
S.
Would you like to? Is there anything you'd like to talk about besides?
I'd like to
besides-
confess.
Is there any sort of like?
I'm a sinner.
You're a sinner. Why are you a sinner?
I finger my bottom.
Oh, okay.
Too much. It's
Too
an
much.
addiction.
So you've started doing it more.
You make it fuck you, Josh. You make it fucking seem like I do it all the time, which I don't. Okay, that was just a joke that you fucking took advantage of. Let's talk about fingering our bottoms, okay? That was a harmless joke and it was turned all upside down.
So
The things that go on the internet, oh the glory.
look, for anyone out there,
Shut up. No. If you say anything, we're bleeping it out. Because,
if you
I'm
you
the
don't
editor.
have
I'm the
any
editor.
power.
okay.
Look, for anyone
I'll
out
just
there,
report the fuck out of this podcast on Facebook then.
for anyone out there who's having trouble with your butt,
No, fuck off!
then you can talk to Gabe. Send him a private
You
message.
literally have to bleep all of this.
And-
It's gonna be like a 20-second bleep. No
Wait.
one's gonna listen past
Do you
this
know?
point.
Do you know what's funny? Today, I saw my family, and my nonna said she tried to listen to the podcast, but her computer sound wouldn't work. Classic issues with computers.
Classic old people
Yeah.
just fucking giving up on the after
and my
10
mum
minutes.
said she listened to the first 10 minutes of the first one. So
When the mafia take
if
over your
my
computer,
mum,
you're just in Google
basically
Chrome
what I'm
private mode.
saying, shout out to the parents, love you.
Shout out to the parents.
If my mum,
Hey, Mum.
Shout out to the troops.
I hope
okay?
Gabe's mum
No.
listens to this.
Yeah.
I hope my mum. I hope Blake's mum.
Let
All of
me
our mums.
in!
I hope all of our mums listen to Gabe's confession.
Alright, ready?
What do you mean,
We're gonna say
Gabe's
hi, Mum, in
confession?
3. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Hi, Dad.
Mum.
Fuck, I fucked up. Let's
Yeah.
go again.
3.
Hi,
2,
Mum.
Hi, Mum.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, cool. Do you want to do a character bit?
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was fun last
You
night.
can't
No,
just
is that-
you can't just move into a character.
No,
bit,
but I'm
like,
saying-
you gotta make it like natural.
Oh, cool. So we're gonna move into a character bit now.
Sweet. This episode's a bit of a long one, but
But it's gonna be a great one.
it'll be a great one. We've got a jam-packed full of lots of fun
Hello.
content.
Oh yeah, okay, because I was fucking totally knocking on
Good
the
offer.
bench.
That was a good offer.
I was. Hello. Can I come in?
Sorry, I just busy at the moment.
What are you doing?
I I'm just trying to connect my AV cables into my... Oh, please don't come in.
Gerald! Why is someone in our house?
Oh, I don't actually know. Please
I'm
tell
a
me.
fireman. Hello. I'm Fireman Gabe. Here to take out the bins and put the fire out.
Can you please tell me how to connect this AV cable into my HD TV?
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm here to put the fire out.
Susan, shut up!
Gerald!
Susan!
Damn it, Susan, don't let me hose you.
Gerald!
You naughty bitch. Okay, where's the fire? I've got to put it out.
Oh, look. I think I may have just dropped my
Oh,
mixtape
no,
on the ground.
Oh, the hose! The water's been turned on.
Gerald!
Ah! You went to my new HD TV. My new HD TV is soaked.
The HD TV's on fire.
No!
There's so much fire. Quick, get out. Get out of the house.
Gerald!
Oh my god!
How's it on fire if he hosed it?
And thank God the fire's out.
Oh.
Gerald!
Look, I thank you.
Gerald!
No problem. Now, Miss Lady, what is your name?
Can I come out of the closet now, Gerald?
Susan, look, you have the key in there with you.
Susan,
Just
hello,
put it in the
Susan.
keyhole and
My
open it
name's
up.
Mr. Jeremy, and I'm a fireman.
Hello, Mr.
Here
Jeremy.
to take you out on a fine time.
Why are you going to take me out on a fine time?
I'm going to take you out on my fire engine.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Oh my god. Get
Yes.
the fireman.
Oh, I don't know where I... Yes.
Gerald!
And that's the end.
I died. Yeah, my character died.
I assume so.
Yeah, my character just like, yeah.
Do you ever
He
feel
jumped
like
up
that
in it.
really... Yeah, do you ever feel like that really shit part of your life when you're just like... You're just down in the dumps, so you want to make 13 tapes. Just let everyone know. Actually, 12 tapes.
Do you ever
Sorry.
feel like?
No, 13.
Do you ever feel like the end of like Transformers 1 when you know you had something kind of good, and then you're like, let's do it again.
Transformers 1... Yeah, Transformers 1 was quite
Yeah,
good.
and then Revenge of the
Revenge of the
Shit
Sith.
Lords comes out.
Yeah.
I
I know, right?
You say yes.
Gerald!
So have you
Okay, go.
ever played Yes But?
Yes.
We did
No.
this last episode.
Yeah, I know. It's an improv game. We can say no, but.
Okay, this is a game that we learnt with the Travelling Sisters.
Oh.
Okay, so... Oompa.
Oompa, oompa, oompa. We're not fucking doing this. If you didn't let it through last time. Oh, Gabe's going for a piss.
Okay.
And you didn't shut the
Hello,
door completely.
hello, I'm
so-
Blake. Yeah, hello, Josh.
I always get the names of them mixed up. So, okay, so now it's just me and Gabe here.
Hello.
Now, it would have been interesting if this had been the Gabe and Josh show.
It would have been. I wonder what we would have talked about.
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't have really gone that well.
Oh, you.
I don't know, maybe it
It
would
could
have.
have gone very well.
Maybe.
Who knows? Let's talk about our muscles, actually.
Okay, let's talk about our muscles. Earlier today, Gabe and I took our shirts off.
Yeah, we did, and we put some oil on each other.
Put some
Word around the offices. I've got a... No, fuck, I fucked up. Okay.
word around the office.
No, too late, too late.
What office?
What office? No, that was a funny skit, but I fucked up, and now I can't talk about
Start it again.
it. No.
No, start
Wait.
it again. I can hear him peeing
Okay,
in
guys,
my toilet.
let's hear Blake pee.
Sorry about that, boys.
You didn't flush.
You didn't
I
flush!
did flush.
Oh, okay, because
Oh,
we
no.
totally didn't hear it.
Sorry about that, boys. I've been
yeah.
holding that pee in for a little bit, and I didn't want to stop the show. So
Oh, yeah. Neither did
audience.
the audience really didn't want us to
No.
stop the show either.
like, oh, good thing you went to the toilet mid-episode.
I'd
We
really
heard
like
him
to know
urinate.
who like our favorited listeners are. Like, I'm sure there's like a few. If you're an avid listener, you really like this podcast, okay? Leave a wow. A wow like, you know what I mean? A wow emoji like, okay? Because I want to... If you leave a wow emoji like, that means you're a favorited listener.
Yeah, just
Just want to get those stats.
we just
see
want
where they're
people to,
going.
we want audience participation.
Audience participation.
No.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Okie dokie.
Do we have any final closing thoughts?
I
Josh,
don't-
this
I
is
don't
my
think so.
book
Yeah.
that I gave you.
Yeah. I'm glad the audience could see what
I'm
book
getting
it
a
is.
wee bit yawny, boys.
It is late night. It is 8:33 p.m.
I'm so fucking tired. I legitimately am. I can
Why?
go to bed right now.
Josh, Gabe was gymming earlier.
That is true.
How are you?
Not to be confused
Hey,
with
oh.
jizzing,
No.
I was-
although commonly confused.
Haven't taken juice.
You haven't?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Thanks everybody for listening to the Josh and Blake
Just been
Late
so
Night
busy.
Show. Episode
Doing
2S.
and
Do you ever wonder why you can't talk about, openly talk about sexual things, sexuality, if you will?
because it's uncomfortable.
Because it's uncomfortable.
Well, my penis isn't uncomfortable.
Look, that's why we should vote yes in the plebiscite.
Vote yes. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your nights. And if you listen to this on a plane, thank you.
And don't be a.
Great way to end it.
I really don't know what to say here.
Oh, great. Good bit.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.